Hello, welcome everybody to a new episode of New Tales Retold, and today we're discussing Loki, episode 5. So big spoilers if you haven't seen it. This is your time and moment. That was your moment to leave. It's pretty cool because the name of the episode itself is literally the not the whole story but the main story of Kid Loki and like what he goes through in the comics and everything. Even though wasn't necessarily a big face in the episode, I feel like the older Loki played a bigger role.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe it's because this isn't the last time we're gonna see him.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking because we didn't see him
Yeah,
after
they
the
split
final
up.
battle.
Yeah,
So and it was pretty cool too because we get introduced to Eliath, but
he was completely different in
pretty
the comics.
pretty nerfed. Yeah, he was pretty much someone like Kang, where he can kind of travel through time without anyone stopping him or any barriers. And he was a conqueror and owned much more than what Kang did. So yeah, to make him a guard dog kind of sucked.
Yeah, guard shark.
A guard shark, yeah, the guard shark. He looked more like a dragon anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
like all these different.
I don't even think they knew what it was. Like,
Yeah,
they just like it's a shark.
yeah. I feel like they barely even knew that he was like it's living, that it was
Yeah,
living until Sylvie pulled up and was like, yeah, fucking enchant it, it's alive. So it's pretty cool. Um, but speaking of him and what
but
he was,
I'm sorry. Before you get into that, um, they kind of like insinuated that the place they were wanting to go to is in Eliath.
yeah.
So what if the person in that little mansion isn't Kang or anyone else? What if it's Eliath himself? He was the ruler of the
That would
TVA.
be
That would be
pretty
pretty
cool,
interesting.
and it would bring out a character that most don't
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
and it
Someone who's apparent who has enough territory to be considered like on par with Kang.
yeah, and but he was very brief, so
Yeah,
Marvel can do anything with him
yeah,
with just like the TVA, how the TVA was very brief and
yeah.
here and there, they can kind of just wing this. Hopefully, they make him the villain, and it'll be
That'd be
it'll be a
interesting.
cool introduction. They wind up defeating him, and it helps Kang out,
Yep.
and
And
that's
he
why
just
Kang comes.
they defeat him, and he's like, "You guys don't understand what you've done."
And it would fall into what they keep saying, what the adult Loki said about how he noticed wherever Lokis go, destruction follows.
Yeah. Loki. They ended up killing Eliath, and then that just opens the door for Kang,
Hmm.
which would make sense why he would be the villain of Quantumania,
Yeah.
because now that's his time to pull up. Eliath is gone.
Hmm.
In
Thanks to the
his eyes,
Lokis.
no one else can stop him.
Hmm. Good theories. I like this. And they're reasonable ones too, not like WandaVision where we have to like
Mephisto confirmed.
Mephisto confirmed, right? Oh man. Um. Yeah. So to go on from Eliath, Slayer is confusing. It's a bit confusing because throughout like her time, it's like she's still so loyal to the TVA, yet she doesn't know anything. She knows that the TVA has been lying. Like herself wants to find answers, but yet it's still so loyal to them. Like we gotta keep everything in order until we figure out what's going on.
I think it's more of denial. So she's like, we have to find out who, because she thought it was the timekeepers who turned out to be robots.
Yeah.
So now she probably feels the need to find out who's the real one in charge to maybe confirm whether or not she really is a variant. Because if she is a variant, maybe she wants to go back to her timeline. Because like they said, they move everything. They can't
Yeah.
just completely destroy it.
Mhm. So you have that hope that you can go back. Okay,
Yeah,
because that's why I had asked you earlier if there was ever a moment where Sylvie and her had connected, because it made me think, does she remember something? Did something trigger in her memory that she's so eager that she seems like, and because you can tell the actress was great because she kind of gives off this like impression like she is worried,
yeah.
but hides it and just did it really well. So you can kind of see that maybe she knows something.
I think she didn't like enchant her or show her anything. That's what's bringing up that denial of it being real. That's so she doesn't believe it. So she wants to find the person who caused it,
Yeah.
just so she can,
They could be
get
at
that
ease and get that.
confirmation.
Yeah.
Yeah, because think about it, B-15, she didn't even question it because she saw it. So
Mm-hmm.
imagine if Slayer saw it, she probably wouldn't have questioned it either.
True. True, and because she trusted B Hunter
Mm-hmm.
B-15, so it's like, damn. So if you experience this on top of the other,
Yeah.
what's funny is though, what gets me is during the whole scene when she's in the courtroom, I guess, with Sylvie, and she has Miss Minutes activating files.
Yeah.
After that scene, when she tells Miss Minutes she needs everything on the beginning of time in the
Yeah.
TVA, I had two thoughts. One, if she can access those files, she has pull.
Yeah.
And two, why hasn't she ever accessed those files if she can? Like, how do you not get curious? And especially if you're head of the TVA, how don't you have that information of such an important thing in your head?
Yeah.
I don't know. I
I
found it
think
weird.
her, because they ended up not, only ended up pulling up the void stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure she knows the quote unquote beginning of time.
According to the
Yeah,
timekeepers.
exactly. She probably does know the beginning of time. So like, their so called beginning of time. And she doesn't have access to what she was mentioning, the real beginning of time, or even more information about the end of time, or that spacecraft she was talking about. She probably doesn't have access to that information. Maybe they are classified.
What's funny?
And
Go
then
ahead.
again, if you really think about it, at the end of the day, what's in those files is like determined by the person who controls it all.
Yeah.
So for all we know, she has access to everything. Just the real information's not in there.
Hmm. Yeah, I was wondering that because when she mentioned the craft, I was just thinking, I wonder if that was even real. If it is, it makes me wonder if that's literally, if that could be someone like, kind of like King, how he had
Yeah.
his ship that he would use to travel through time. So if it was that, or if Miss Minutes was just actually lying and winged it to try to save her and help her.
I do think that spacecraft exists. I feel like it was kind of, since they threw the idea that Slayer wants to find out who did all this, so she has to go to where Sylvie and Loki are.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that was their way of hinting at Slayer's gonna take that ship
Okay.
and go to
Instead
them.
of pruning herself.
Yeah, instead of pruning herself, she's gonna take that ship and she's gonna go over there. And if there is only one more episode, it makes sense. A whole big confrontation.
Yeah, between all the big
Loki,
players.
Loki, Slayer, and the creator of the TVA.
It somehow Mobius and Hunter B-15 will be there too, and it'll be
I
the
doubt
whole.
Hunter B-15 will be there.
You know,
She's locked up.
I think Mobius is gonna break her out. Remember, he went back when they asked him what he's gonna do. He mentioned burning the TVA to the
Yeah,
ground.
but honestly, I don't see that, at least in this series again. I don't see them coming back in this series because I feel like that was a real goodbye compared to all of the other quote unquote goodbyes in the rest of the
Yeah.
series. That was a real goodbye right there. So I feel like for this series, we're not gonna see them anymore.
Okay.
And if we do see them, it'll probably, hey guys, just so
Like
you,
an
if,
after credit
like,
scene.
or even you guys want to know what's happening, here's just a minute or two of what's
Yeah.
happening with Mobius, like that.
Oh, I hope. It would be disappointing. We gotta see Mobius.
We
at
definitely
the
have to
end.
see more of him. Yeah, I would
Mobius.
love to see more of him.
Um, in that same scene when right before Sylvie prunes herself, she asks Slayer's offer was like, I'll put you in a time loop, good memory, whatever the case is. And she asks her, do you have any good memories? And she said just one.
Loki.
And I think that was the Nexus event. That's what it was. Her having in a sense, a positive
Yeah.
life because she was supposed to just be in hiding
So
or
they have,
dead
yeah.
accordingly.
So they have like a program. Whenever a Loki is happy,
Right?
tell us.
Right? Exactly, for real. Which speaking of Nexus events, when so Loki's talking to all of them about all the other Lokis about their events, which the old Loki's event was pretty sad.
Yeah.
Kind of sucks.
Alone. when he finally went to go
Yeah,
and
and he
it
lived in
he said the
solitude.
moment he stepped outside the planet
Yeah,
caused the Nexus event.
it's fucked up. He lived in solitude. He just was doing his own thing, was not trying to hurt anyone. Though I just want to see my brother again. I wonder if he's happy or if he misses me.
Yeah,
That's
because
it.
it's funny too. Because I wonder if does Loki have because Loki's not an Asgardian in both comics and in the MCU.
I mean, I guess he's a Asgardian by like adoption.
Yeah, but I mean, like
Yeah.
physically, like biologically, he's not an Asgardian.
No, he's not.
So he doesn't have that same thing that they have. That as Asgardians get older, they actually get stronger. There's no point as they get older where they get weaker.
Yeah.
Which was
Exactly.
weird with Odin because they made it seem like Odin, oh, I'm old, I'm weak. Like that's when that really is not what's happening. The older they get, the
Yeah.
stronger they get.
Yeah. I don't know
So
why they did him. Yeah.
I'm wondering that because then that would mean that the old Loki was a lot stronger when he was younger.
Yeah. A
If
lot.
that what he did in the show, like he created a whole illusion and the entirety of Asgard
Yeah.
illusion that big. Imagine how strong he was when he was younger.
And he even hints at the blades hindering
Yeah,
their magic and
because they're focusing too much on their physical when that's not what he is. He's a trickster god.
yeah.
They dabble in magic.
Makes me wonder if they're just gonna take the blades away like Wonder Woman.
They kind
Take
of
away the
already
sword. Yeah, they kind of
did,
already did. Yeah.
and then Kid Loki gave him
that sword that he
that
just waved
sword.
some fire.
Yeah,
Just waved it around.
yeah, wave it around a little bit. No, it's a signal flare. That's what he wanted.
Yeah. He better fucking do something with that sword.
Hey, maybe that sword's the only thing that can kill the creator of the TVA.
Right, or just Goliath. Maybe it unleashes again and they can't
Yeah.
control him. Just was it Percy Jackson?
Yeah, Percy Jackson.
Sword, yeah. um, the boastful Loki. What he said two things. First, he said he defeated Iron Man and Cap, right? And then he said he collected all the Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
And that's when the alligator was like, "You're lying, bro. Like, shut up." But I wonder if the first one was true.
He beat
I'm
Iron
pretty
Man
sure.
Cap.
I'm pretty sure the stones were probably bullshit.
Yeah.
But
He most likely. But then again, if he was gonna get killed by Thanos, then he wouldn't have been pruned because he would have died anyways.
yeah, true. So he probably did end up. He probably
Escaping.
betrayed Thanos.
Mhm.
Collected all the stones for himself, and then TV was like, "Hold on, what are you doing here, bro?"
Well, they made it seem like he really didn't collect all the stones. Like he was just bullshit.
No, yeah, he was. He probably was bullshitting, but that's yeah. It makes me wonder if he won. If he won in New York in
Yeah,
2012,
probably.
beat Captain America and Iron Man, and they were
Yeah.
just like, "Nah, that wasn't supposed to happen, bro."
What do you think that hammer he had was like a version of Mjolnir?
They
I
didn't
feel like he
show
would have been.
anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I feel like if it was, he would have been dumb
That
raw, like
whole fight,
fighting. Yeah, he would have
just been.
Yeah, he would have
tossing
destroyed everybody.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Hopefully, if what you said was true, that we will see future Loki variants throughout the
Yeah.
MCU. That'd be a cool little villain for Thor going forward if he can
Yeah.
wield that.
One thing I'm a little interested in is why is it only Loki variants? We only saw one Thor variant.
Yes, Frog Thor. Yes,
Yeah.
that was it. Reaching for that hammer.
Yeah, trying to get it because he's stuck in the little.
Hopefully one day he does pick it up. That'd be cool. He was pretty. He's like, it's a corny character, but whenever I've seen him in the
Frog
comic,
Thor.
I always thought this is so awesome. I love Frog Thor. I'm sorry. Yeah, but yeah. Oh, I mean, it's his show. It'd be cool if they do start showing other variants, and it's a way to. It's a really great way to even bring some characters back. You know, what if they pull some Secret Wars thing where some original characters from our universe die, but characters from other universes
I can see
wind up
that.
staying? That'd be cool.
That's their way of kind of replacing actors when they can't, or don't want to really do it anymore.
Marvel even said they want to stop with long contract deals, so it'd be it'd be fitting.
Funny too because a lot of the variants could just be shown in the What If show.
Yeah,
They,
that show looks pretty cool.
Those that would be pretty funny, and like if that's literally the description of the show, Marvel What If, all the variants you never get to see.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. But Kid Loki, his Nexus event, him saying he killed Thor.
Yes.
It's an interesting comment because in the Journey into Mystery comic, I guess you can say they blamed him. He killed Thor because he allowed the prophecy of
Yeah.
Thor to defeat their villain. Um, and I wonder if this that's his way of bullshitting. Like he's trying to play this tough guy, but in reality, the kid is actually really good at heart.
Mhm.
And it had me thinking he's always walking around with that gator. He carried that gator everywhere. In the comic, what's it called? In Journey into Mystery, well, yeah, Loki's dead. He's reborn as a kid, and then the soul to the adult winds
Yeah.
up staying with him. Um, it'd be cool if that who that
Yeah.
gator is, if that gator's a call, Loki's opposite, but still a Loki,
Yeah.
and then he's to still be a good way to give him his own show, and they really start expanding out. And
Yeah.
kind of making it like comic books. We get multiple comic books a month of all this different shit. If they can really keep up and doing stuff, they can really release a lot of shit in a year and just keep doing all these different things.
Yeah. That'd be interesting.
Right?
Could Loki I do feel like that moment of him saying I killed Thor was like a more of trying to act tough, but yeah, at the
Yeah.
same time you don't really get that vibe from him.
Uh-huh.
Like you don't get the vibe that he's a bad person at all.
He even made a comment when he goes, when any of us try to fix ourselves, we're sent here. Killing Thor is not fixing yourself.
No.
It's being more like Loki, pretty much.
But then if that's the case, why is the gator there?
Why would the gator be there?
Maybe this is all his plan.
Right? Just like in the comic, right? The gators would start laughing in the end.
It was the gator all along.
The gator all along. Yes. It's his fault. There was a funny moment when Loki and Sylvie were having their heart to heart sitting outside, and he made the blanket and everything, and she asks if she can give him a new suit. It's pretty funny because she had posted not too long ago, like the actress, that during filming they had to change her suit so she can breastfeed and still do what she got to do while filming, and it was probably uncomfortable. So it made me wonder, like, that probably was like a nod to it, like, change my outfit. Please change my outfit. Just like, they probably just threw the joke in there. Oh man. Yeah, and then we got a bunch of Easter eggs, like little cool comic book Easter eggs. We saw the Thanos copter. Pretty cool. James Gunn was pretty hype. And then obviously the frog Thor jumping for the hammer. He's gonna grab that hammer. I believe in him. And there's actually a lot of big ones too. The first one, not this one being a big one. I'm just hyped to mention these big ones. The living tribunal head, the stone head. Their theory was, what was it?
Oh, what if that was just? It seems like it's a stone head, so it's probably just a statue of the living tribunal. Maybe someone who worshipped him.
Right, imagine him a cult came around. They were just
and then I was
nah,
like,
bro,
yeah, like you guys are really gonna fuck up the timeline.
Yeah, telling everyone this man exists.
Yeah.
And the yellow jacket,
Yes, the
large
giant
helmet,
one.
the giant helmet. Imagine that.
What if he was a variant? He lost. He won. I'm sorry. What if he beat Ant-Man?
Right, because
Managed to turn giant.
and they crushed Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Because he would, and Ant-Man wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, because think about it. Ant-Man only won because he went giant, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
And Yellow Jacket couldn't.
First Ant-Man.
Yeah.
He won, I think, because he got super tiny and got
Is that
to
how
the
he won?
suit, similar to what this guy did.
I have to rewatch it.
Yeah, Janet did when getting rid of the missile to get into the missile. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, and in the scene where one Easter egg was, it's not even related to Marvel. I think it was Kid Loki's juice when they were all drinking. I think it's a Ghostbusters reference or something
Was
like
it?
that.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
but during that scene, the gator is drinking Rock's wine. Like they keep hinting at Roxanne, and I'm like
Yeah.
wondering if they're gonna introduce them and if they'll change things up and maybe have like, I don't know, Osborn running the company, or like,
Yeah, maybe they plan on making them the new Hydra. No more Hydra. It's Roxxon now. Is
and
the
it's a
problem?
legit company too
Yeah,
at that. Even harder to take
yeah,
down.
even harder to take down. You can't directly. That'd be a way to kind of be the way that they can never take them down. You always have this running villain, Roxxon,
Mm-hmm.
who brings in all these new villains. They hire all these new villains, and that's how we get all these street level people. They all work for Roxxon.
Yeah, that would be cool. Can create like a little Thunderbolts group.
Yeah, right. That they could be the ones to create the Thunderbolts.
Right, that would be
What?
pretty awesome.
Yeah, that would. And oh, what if this chick, the one that found the one that went up to this what's her name, Liv?
Yes, yes.
What if she works for Roxxon?
Right, just a blank card.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Ooh, that'd be cool. There was one, oh, was it Ronin Ship? We saw Ronin Ship.
Yes, we saw Ronin's ship.
That's pretty cool. Makes me wonder
What
what
if he
happened
won?
there. Right? It's
And they
like,
pruned him.
right?
What if that's what it's probably what it is? Any little thing that kind of would break the timeline, they just pruned it and got rid of it. So it's like we're seeing a lot of villain stuff. What if these were the universes that the villains actually, like the timelines, the villains actually won?
Right? Then we get our fake Pizza Planet car that Mobius was driving.
That was
That's
funny.
all I thought when I saw it. It's like Pizza Planet. But yeah, it was more. This episode was more, I think, like you had said earlier, showing us things.
Yeah, it was like just showing us a bunch of things that we were wondering. And I feel like that's all this. Yeah, that's all it really was for this episode up until the end. And honestly, most of the show has been not too much happening throughout it. Just at the end of the episode is when you kind of throw everything at us.
Yeah.
Like, what would you say the last 15, 20 minutes of each
Mhm.
episode is really just everything happening, and the first, like, 28 minutes is just, them talking.
Yeah, that's true. Because the beginning part was just them showing us the different variants and what the
showing
void
us,
is.
showing us
Unless
what's
the
in
void
there.
hopefully,
Makes another appearance.
yeah, becomes a significant
Yeah.
place in the Marvel, in the
A place where they
MCU.
can throw the villains that they can come back from.
And there you go, and then they can start the Secret Wars. That'll be Battle World.
Yeah, a bunch of stuff from different universes.
Mhm.
Beyonder comes through, and it's just like, I like this place.
It's like, I'm
Let me
gonna make
fix it up.
everyone fight here.
Let me fix it up a little bit.
That'd be pretty dope.
Bring everything back to life. You just see the living tribunal just come back to life from that stone.
That'd be awesome. God,
Doubt it.
doubt it. But yeah, that's all we got on this episode. If we miss anything, please let us know in the comments. I'm sure.
Probably missed a good amount.
Yeah, I'm sure we missed a good amount. I watched it 3 times, but I don't know if that was enough. Yes, leave a comment. Let us know what you saw. If you liked the video, please subscribe, hit the notification
And
bell.
if you have any theories.
Yes, let us know. See you all in the next one.